Hi guys, in this video I am going to talk about the GroupBy function in the Pandas library. Now it is used for grouping data based on one or more columns in a data frame. It allows you to split the data into groups based on specified criteria and perform operations on each group independently. Now the general syntax for using GroupBy is to call the data frame and GroupBy. So currently we don't have any data frame. I'm going to create it. Firstly, I imported the Pandas library as PD and using some dictionary to create my data frame. Here I have some key value pairs. These keys will be columns and values as a list will take place as rows. For example, this value in the first list will be available in the first row of this company column and so on. So to create the data frame using this dictionary, I can go ahead and say df is equals to pd dot data frame. As the argument we had provided in the dictionary, in this case it is data. Okay, now I will show you the data frame. Now here we have company, person, sales as columns and values for rows will taken from these list. First one for this company and the third row value is this Microsoft available here in the list. Okay, and so on. Alright, so now I can go to the next cell and here when we call df dot group by, and it will ask some parameter. So the parameter value I'm going to say as company. Now once we execute this, we will receive a object like this, data frame group by object. Now what I can do, just set this equals to something like company group. Okay, so I will run this again. Now once we do this df dot group by or the data frame dot group by, we can perform various operations on this object. For example, we can do operations like aggregation functions, like it will take multiple inputs and provide one output. For example, calculating the sum and providing the mean and the maximum value and the mean value and standard deviation, STD. Okay, so what I can do, just reuse this variable company group and I will ask mean. Now if I run this, we got the mean for particular column Apple, Google, Microsoft, and the values are taken from this sales column. That because it cannot take this person column because it is not having numeric values. To calculate these means, it will check numeric values. So in the sales column we have numeric values. Okay, now if I go ahead and say company group dot max of it, now these are aggregation functions. That means it will take multiple inputs and provides one output like mean, max and STD and so on. Now if I execute this, we should get something like this. We got the highest sales having for particular company. By this John, it has 350 and this is how we can use this group by. Now I will go ahead and check another example. I'm going to say company group, and we can say min of it. We got something like this, such a data frame. Now to extract some column, we can say LOC Apple. When we are using this LOC, that means we should provide the column name. If we use ILOC, we should provide the index number. That is the difference. So if I run this, we got the sales count as 243 by this addon. Okay, now to extract the sales, we can go ahead and say sales. We got the sales count as 243. Okay, now we can also do something like describing the data frame that received to this grouped data frame. We can use the describe method. Now we got some count, mean, std, min, and other percentage and max. So now if you need these columns to be in the top, you can go ahead and say dot transpose. Let's run this. Okay, now we got our columns to the top of the data frame. Alright. Okay, as you saw, aggregation operations are used to calculate summary statistics like sum, mean, median, min, max, or etc. for each group.